Good morning. Life is not easy for anyone. Sometimes you don't see the challenges on the outside, but every one of us has both those and everything that goes on inside. But give it all you have, dare to be all you can be. With this thought, I would like to welcome you to the Sabbath School program, the culmination of our school life in our second home. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Here I am, graduating senior at our baccalaureate. I am humbled to stand here today, on the last leg of our academic journey together. Although it might not always seem like it, I have regretted some things in my life. But one thing will always be cherished, that is making friends, no matter what. Whether they be in our school or out of school. During our time together, through all the highs and the lows, we have endured and enjoyed our experiences in our school, EIS. All of our experiences have shaped us as who we are today, especially to who I am today. With many thanks to both my friends and my teachers, although I realize that I may have made mistakes, I have learned from them and I will be forever grateful for it. I hope that as we part way and go forward to the real world, we will all remember the bond we share as fellow classmates and students of EIS. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Being someone who's on the verge of finishing this leg of the journey, I think I speak on behalf of everyone when I say that beyond a nice 4-digit SAT score or rigorous AP course lies the EIS classes that really make education meaningful. What do we do with the knowledge that we obtain? And what do we do for the world and for the community around us? Whether that's in expanding in biology, from a simple understanding of the ecosystem to understanding the significance of climate change, to an understanding of the significance of climate change and what role we play as individuals in the prevention and mitigation of it, or in pushing further beyond an understanding and memorization of the scientific method into an understanding of what it means to be curious and the merits that lie ahead with innovation. I think I speak on behalf of everyone that when EIS participates and becomes active members in programs like the EIS debate team or in the MUN conferences where we reject the status quo to make a better future for more than just us, but for the society at large, and in getting our hands down and dirty in things like the Habitat for Humanity and the Senior Community Service Project, where we play an active role in developing this still very developing country. So now I'd like to pass the mic over to my friend, Janine, who will further explain in detail what we were able to get done in the Senior Community Service Project.
So, in my opinion, the Senior Community Service that happens annually is a great opportunity for us all to not only bond through both teachers and students, to bond over the acts of doing good deeds to people who definitely need it, but it's also a way to kind of make your mark on the world before you leave the school. And from my experience in participating in it, I think that serving others in this trip kind of transcended the barriers of religion even, because we are going there representing a Seventh-day Adventist school and have helped primarily Buddhist people who, when we went to in Chiang Mai, but none of that matters when you're performing acts of kindness to one another as human beings. And when we were there, we also went to the Ban Mam Mam school, and we gave them supplies, toys, and when we played with them and gave them the things that they needed, I'm sure those who went to this trip can all agree that seeing them happy made our trouble, our toil worthwhile. It was a very rewarding experience to be able to vastly improve and enrich the lives of people who don't have as much as we do. Because this is a community service trip, we weren't really also provided with the grandest accommodations, and some of us, me included, have also kind of complained about it, but I think that I've gradually come to accept and realize that you can't truly learn to help others if you're standing higher than the people you want to help.
And I know these short speeches and a short PowerPoint really doesn't do justice to what EIS sees as significant in community service. But for this occasion, I hope that gives us a glimpse of just how important community service was for us and will continue to be in our future. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So, first of all, let me say that I'm usually good at talking, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous today, so please forgive me if I might do this wrong. There is a factor that will make you change yourself, and that factor is our feeling and attitudes toward life. We have the power to determine the way we choose, and this choice determines results. Let me tell you a story. 12 years ago, my parents decided to put me in the school just for the sake of being able to speak English. I must say and take credit that during my early years, I was a very good kid. Yes, I might be stubborn sometimes, but most of the time, I was always that favorite kid of the teacher. I was hard working at the time and was always interested in my studies. But as time went by, a lot of factors changed me. I would like to say that this happened mainly because I chose a different path of actively participating in a lot of social activities. I started to play sports such as football and basketball, and I also started to hang out with a group of friends who love to play these sports. To be honest with you, as years passed, my love for sports grew and my grades dropped. This continued till they could go no further. The importance of friends was more than the importance of my studies. It overwhelmed me, and I let it. I don't want to be in the school without these people, without my friends. I refuse to prioritize my education over friendship anymore. I slowly went on to the path taken by so many before me. The worst thing about it was that I started to act tough and stubborn because I thought it was cool, even to teachers and to everyone. Most of the primary teachers and elementary teachers loved me, but most of the middle school and high school teachers, they hated me. Not me, but my behavior that drove them insane. But they actually did not hate me, but hated the behavior. They saw through me and deal with my bad behavior. Let me now tell you another story about my first encounter with Mr. Tommy, our high school principal. Actually, there was another encounter which was the first one, but I cannot remember that, but Mr. Tommy remembers. But that is not the one I want to talk about today. So the story was, it was about 1 or 2 years ago. So I came to the flag lineup late as usual with the wrong school pants. It was a black pants, which I thought I could get away with, but the teacher caught me. I think it was a middle school or high school teacher, I'm not really sure. So this teacher caught me wearing a non-school pant and was about to give me a pink slip. Me, who was really stubborn and rude, began to shout back at that teacher, and we were having a shouting match for a while, until that teacher decided to call our high school principal. He left me with Mr. Tommy to deal with me. I didn't really know Mr. Tommy at that time. I only knew that he was our principal, and that's all I know about him. So Mr. Tommy came up to me with a really scary look, and the first thing he said was, "You think you're smart?" So I was pretty scared, but I still act tough, so I didn't reply back. I was ignoring the word he said. Yes, I know I was a very bad student at the time, so I just stared at him, not saying anything. Then he asked me, why didn't I wear my school pant? And I said, I lost my pant. Yes, I was lying. Then he said, it's okay, let me buy you one. I was really surprised at that time. I never thought he would actually buy me a pant. So we went to the U shop and he bought me my pant and he even paid for me. And then because I was late for class, I told my homeroom teacher, Miss Shireen, about the story, and Miss Shireen gave me her money to pay Mr. Tommy back. So after that incident, I started to feel guilty about my behavior. I went back down memory lane. I began to regret all the things I had done and said it was a long walk. I realized that I was the one who always made things worse, not the others. This was the realization and the moment that changed me. It changed my attitude towards the school and teachers. I started to be more respectful to other teachers. Yet, let me say that even though I choose to make mistakes and I choose my friends over my studies, I learned the hard way. If I did not fail, I would not pass. I have no regret on the path that I have chosen because the path has made me who I am today. So as I said at the beginning, the factor that will change you is your attitude towards life. I changed my attitude towards the school and teachers, and that turned out to make me a better person in life. Today I stand proudly, but sadly true, as I say thank you for everything, and sad that I am living. Thank you, yes, and teachers, for not giving up on me. Thank you.
Pleasant morning to you. It is a great privilege for me to stand here in front of you on behalf of the batch. Today I stand surprised that I'm here speaking at the Saturday ceremony. I didn't think 2 years before that this day would come in my life. I am a student who always takes the road that no one takes. When I have to come to school, I stay at home. When there's homework, without hesitation, I procrastinate. However, when there's sports events and other events such as Welcome Back Bash or any activity, especially football, everyone would definitely see me and hear me at school. Like I wrote in my senior quote, between B and D, there's C. Between birth and death, there's choice and Choi. A person who makes his own choice, wants to live my own way, rules, and follow no other. Yet today, my beloved friends, I wonder where time has gone. For me, it feels like just yesterday that we touched the base of high school, where we battled with freshman problems and tried to make sense of class schedules. We were innocent but busy. Grade 10 taught us to be us, and life made perfect sense. Grade 11 was a testing time, SATs, IELTS, TOEFLs, and many other more. And for most of us, here we are in grade 12, ready to graduate. I say all this because I mentally graduated in grade 10. Nonetheless, I, along with you all, my friends, are here now ready to graduate and move on to the next chapter of our life, knowing that God will always be there to protect and lead us to our own adventurous journey. If people had given up on me, I would have not been here, but they did not, especially teachers. Even though I was naughty, bad, and loud myself, people saw the potential in me and believed in me, even though I gave up on myself. I'm glad that I've proven myself and many people wrong, people who did not see my potential. I believe that if Ma'am Shiri was not beside me, I would never graduate. I am a living proof that when people believe in you, you want to make sure that you never let them down. I've learned from my experiences, not always quietly, to prove people wrong, and I'm glad. Therefore, I want to say this. I am becoming the person who I should have been a long time ago. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Sabbath. I grew up watching High School Musical. As a kid, I was always excited about the idea of entering high school, to be able to decorate my locker similar to Sharpay's pink locker, meeting someone similar to Troy Bolton in a basketball court, singing in the cafeteria with all of my friends, and basically just to have fun. High School Musical gave me that kind of idea about high school that made me look forward to it as a kid. My friends used to tell me in elementary, "Iris, be realistic. We all know high school is not going to be like that." And true enough, it was the exact opposite of what I dreamed of. 4 years ago, I attended my very first class in high school. It was Ma'am Ellen's biology class. I was a new student that time and I just moved into Thailand from the Philippines. Everything was very foreign to me. My classmates were talking in the language that was not familiar to my ears. Conversing with my seatmates was very difficult because almost everyone had their group of friends from middle school. It was in 9th grade that I ate my lunch alone. Fortunately, through the help of my non-Thai class, I met wonderful individuals who made my high school life the best that it could possibly be. I was surrounded with people from different countries: Koreans, Japanese, Indians, Chinese, Nepalese, Pakistanis, and many more other nationalities. Our Thai classroom was like a melting pot of different cultures, and that's where I found my home in EIS. My senior year is probably the highlight of my high school life, and I guess my batchmates in this hall will also agree, because the 4 years with this batch was such a bliss, for we treated each other genuinely as a family. Our friendship, solidarity, and commitment was tested several times. But at the end of the day, we were always there to cheer each other up through the ups and downs of our collective journey as seniors. Although my friends and I do not share the same faith, we are united in believing that prayer, especially during challenging times, are surmountable, and its power coming from God can get us through tough times. Prayer and friendship were our common grounds that solidified our ties as EIS class of 2019. High school was not all rainbows and butterflies. It was a mixture of thunderstorms, sunshines, and clouds that truly molded me to become the person that I am today. Although I didn't get to have a pink locker like Sharpay, or meet someone in the basketball court like Troy Bolton, my batchmates and I shared wonderful memories together, and that is more than enough for me. I am immensely thankful for all of your prayers, because without it, we will not be here today, and most especially to our Lord God for carrying us through our high school life and for many more years to come. I will certainly miss all of you. I may not be able to personally thank each one of you, but let me thank God most highly for our teachers and parents whose unparalleled patience and love has been our guiding force. To everyone who supported, understood, kind, and valued us, thank you. Please know that you will be in my prayers, not just today, but every time I kneel.